Edward Clifford was born in Zambia in 1964 but grew up and studied in South Africa, the homeland of his parents. After his studies in English and psychology, Clifford becomes an English teacher in South Africa, and he teaches there for 30 years. At the age of 50, he decides to retire prematurely to teach in Kazakhstan, Abu Dhabi, Riyadh, Cambodia, and other parts of the world. In his book, Clifford puts his peak of inspiration drawn from his travel, his work, and his life experiences. Shortly after the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, Clifford returns to South Africa and writes Breathless, in collaboration with Eurobooks, released in 2022. We're glad to have Edward today connected with us on Conoscere TV to deepen his publication. Hi, Edward, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Hello, and thank you.
Would you please, first of all, introduce us to your Breathless? What is this book about?
This book is about a lady who suffers in one of the correction camps in Western China, and she sets out to get revenge. She then meets up with some Islamic militants, and through her involvement there, leads them from a violent emphasis to a more peace-loving one. She then goes through many challenges. There is the love interest of her contact in what we call the HRFI, the Holy Revolutionary Fighters for Islam. Then along comes COVID and things turn bad, and eventually she meets her challenges and comes out on the other side.
And what was the inspiration to write down this story? When did the desire to write this work down came up?
I always had a desire to write, and during COVID time, I had time on my hands, and I started a story about what if COVID was not an accident? And that comes into my book as well, although my book is not entirely a conspiracy theory book. And I started writing and used my experiences of being in different countries, what I had experienced and that of others who I engaged closely with. My book is set in some of those countries, and I hope to bring some of the unique nature of the characters and the countries through my book.
It seems like a complex literary project. How long did it take for you to write it down?
It took 8 months in the actual writing, and I was very fortunate to have some readers who were on hand and could give me advice chapter by chapter. That's why my book is dedicated to Ruth, who's my primary reader, and then later to some of my friends who became beta readers and gave me feedback once the manuscript was complete.
And now that the book is finally released, who's the perfect reader in your opinion, if there is a specific one? Or maybe is it a reading for anyone?
I think anyone could read my book, but I think the perfect reader would be somebody who was looking for something a little bit different. The countries that my book is set in are lesser known countries, and the characters are lesser known characters. And I did that on purpose because I felt there was the issue of marginalized voices. The Uyghur people, of which Ijerum is one, suffer under the Chinese regime in the so-called correction camps, of which there are 380 as we speak. I also have a marginalized gay couple. I have a Chinese mafia, which doesn't receive much attention. And so I'm hoping people who are looking for something new and different will enjoy my book.
I totally agree with you. Is there anything that you would like to tell your readers now that you have the chance to with this interview?
I think the most important thing about reading my book is engaging with the characters. They go through various things that all of us go through, so there is some commonality. But their individual experience, their ups and downs, the challenges they face, those are what make the book special. And I hope that that engagement with the characters will make it special for my readers as well.
I'm sure it will. So thank you, Edward, for this time. And we want to wish you very good luck with your book. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Breathless is, in name and in fact, a novel capable of taking the reader into an involuntary state of apnea, a long immersion in a literary dimension not so far from our recent reality. Breathless, written by Edward Clifford, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms, a publication by Eurobox.